Welcome, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're back here in our throne room, and need to take care of a few things here, I think, before we head on out. Going to look into Jathel's quest now, I believe. Ransom in gold or iron. Barbarians in the kingdom's prisons, among them participants in failed riots and members of defeated gangs. A group of Kellids have arrived in the region. Friends and families of the prisoners here to offer ransom in gold, iron, or other service. Okay. Tristan can do that. Man, the success chance is so low on these. Let's wait. Let's see what else we have here. River tricksters. Nixies and Nereids have come to live in one of the rivers of the kingdom. They claim that now these waters belong to them and have started sinking all the boats and ships that pass by. That's not good either. He's got 65% on that. Paper people. Druma is famous for its wealth and prosperity. Their ambassadors reported in secret that the court of Cheliax sometimes invites Drummond bureaucrats to audit and organize the chancellery. This sounds tempting, but what could we offer the ambassador of Druma in return for their service? That's low, but opportunity. Okay, another problem. Drink till you drop. The holiday for Caden and Kayleen will soon be upon us. Hundreds of inebriated townspeople will flood the streets to fight, take part in questionable adventures, and generally have a rollicking good time. Appropriate measures should be taken in advance, or there won't be a wall left standing in the whole region. 25%. That only gets it up to 50. Jeez. Well, we'll hope his 1 in 4 chance is enough. Okay, we can start all these. We will use the coin there, crisis point. And okay, 1 in 3. Just an opportunity, so that's okay. Alright, anything here we should be doing? I know we still have... We need to claim these regions. Let's maybe wait till we have a little more BP. Are they all... these aren't as expensive. Maybe we should do one of these. Let's do the Dire Gnarl Marches. It's only 170. Oh, we can't now. Okay, never mind. Okay. So we took care of, sort of, I guess.
It is done.
Valerie's deal with the Order of the Prisms. I still feel like we kind of botched that. We ended up with a red X over the quest in the journal. Like we failed it. I'm not really sure what we should have done differently. Okay, and then we tracked Lynxia and the Hell Knights to the secluded lodge, and we killed all the Hell Knights, but Lynxia slipped away. Darvin showed up, but he disappeared again too, so I guess we're waiting to see what happens with that one. So, we're gonna go with Jaethal. Back here to the Valley of the Dead. 5 days. I wish there was...
That would be nice, don't you think?
Like, I don't know, feat or something we could do to speed up the map travel.
Do you think you could ever become more than a raging brute like your ancestors?
At least I'm still alive, lich.
Like maybe we develop faster horses or something, so we can travel across the map quicker.
My strength betrays me.
Ah, dang it. I was just about to stop and camp. Shoot. Dang it. Well, this will be bad if this is a tough fight with everybody fatigued. It's a different type of map. I like that. Oh, we got kobolds? Oh, we haven't seen any of them for a while. Whoops. Ah, I skipped Deo's turn by accident. I was trying to skip through the kobolds. Shoot. Oh, we're not getting off to a very good start here.
Serves you right. Getting you out of our story.
I'm glad this is kobolds and not like, I don't know, 10 hydras or something. Oh, let's just get Amiri in there.
Tear them apart!
They're all taking mutagens? Okay, let's not skip Deo's turn this time. We need to haste.
Unworthy.
Got these guys up here.
You deserved it.
Lindsay, shoot at them. Yeah.
They go down!
Okay, he's coming down. Got one cleared on there too. There must be two down there. Can we even get down there? Do we have to go back around this way? Wow, okay. Wonder if she can shoot at him from up here.
Any last wishes?
Okay. Good. Alright. Where's our exit here? I like this a little bit different map for the random encounter. I don't know if this is where we get out, though. Don't see any exit. Probably here. Okay. Let's run up here. I guess since everybody's fatigued, they're not gonna hurry. I suppose we could just camp right here, probably, huh? I was gonna go out to the map, but let's just do this. Okay. Let's do one of those recipes that helps our endurance. There, the Galt Ragout. Okay, now maybe they'll want to run up here. Everybody's still just taking their sweet time. Usually they'll
Onwards.
move quicker. I guess they're just wanting to enjoy this stroll up this mountains path. Alright. Let's see, is our formation... Okay, we're good. Since we had Valerie swapped in there, I never checked the formation after putting her back. Putting Jaethal back. Okay, keep going here. This travel through the mountains is even slower, too.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Okay. I'm not sure the Galt Ragout helps
Are your
with...
tattoos somehow related to the lightning you cast in battle? Or are they just pointless marring of your skin?
Why do you care? If you ask too many questions, I'll give you a brand to match.
I'm not sure if this helps with our endurance moving here on the map, or if that's only like walking through a dungeon or something. Probably gonna have to camp again before we get there.
My strength betrays me.
A peaceful travelers. It's probably just that skeletal merchant.
My strength.
I'm hungry.
fades.
When we stop.
March on.
If that merchant sold camping supplies, they'd be much more... I'd be more happy to see them. Okay, let's change this to something maybe more useful. How about the big spider legs? Fortitude boost. When you figure out all the camping, it takes us like a week to travel to this part of the map. I think it was around the 20th.
My strength betrays me.
When we left home. Okay, we're camping again.
You are just wasting paper. Who would believe a word from someone like you?
Someone will. They'd probably put more faith in an army of immortal elven chroniclers, but I don't see any here. So I'll just have to suffer for all of them.
Okay, can we finish this journey here? Come on.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Okay. Tanika. Can't remember if we know her or not. Is that the follower we're looking for? She may be connected with Enio. Or provide answers to some of the questions that torment Jaethal. The woman seems incredibly old and haggard. It's hard to believe she can move at all, let alone reach such wild places, but her dark eyes burn with a cold flame. Why do you disturb a poor pilgrim? I live, perhaps my final days. She suddenly trails off upon casting her eyes upon Jaethal. Has Urgathoa heard my pleas? I've been waiting for so long. Jaethal does not seem pleased. She looks upon the old woman's pale and wrinkled face, barely concealing her disgust. You may call me Jaethal, you guessed correctly. We serve the same goddess. In case you are unaware, servant of Pharasma is chasing you. We could help you, but first I would know who you are and how you might prove yourself useful. The woman nods lifelessly. I'm not surprised. Servants of Pharasma have chased me for nearly 40 years. My name is Tanika. What do you want to know? Who are you? What do you want from us? That's a kind of a weird question. I don't think she wanted anything from us. She just met us. I guess she was hoping for... Okay, never mind. This cannot be explained in one breath. Long ago, I was a powerful priestess of Urgathoa, the leader of a secret coven. I had everything, power, beauty, wealth, admirers, ready to sacrifice their lives for me. I possessed the secret of Urgathoa's ritual, which grants the power to overcome death and old age. It demands the life of blood relatives as a payment, but what of that? I had given birth to 2 adorable daughters and raised them in anticipation of the day when their youth and beauty would become mine. Sounds like quite the mother. But I was naive and overconfident of my power. I met an enemy who destroyed me and all my hopes of a second youth. But why would you care about the grief of a dying old woman? I still know the secret of the ritual and I can share it with you, O beautiful Jaethal. The ritual will grant you immense power. You can even become a living being again if that is your wish. All I ask in return is that you prolong my life. Raise me as undead. The other roads to eternity are closed to me, and I do not wish to die. Okay, that's what she wants. This offer sounds tempting. What do you say, Deo? Tell me more about what happened to you. Tanaka takes a deep breath. My ritual, it demands the victim be properly prepared. Some time ago, I took my daughters to the Coven's underground hall and lulled them into a magical sleep that was to last many months. However, I did not consider that the father of one of the girls, also an adept of Urgathoa, would put the life of his child above his passion for me. and all that we believed in and lived for. The fool secretly went to beg for help, and where? The Temple of Pharasma, no less. The Lady of Graves is not highly revered in our country. Only 2 old priestesses lived at her temple, but when they learned that a secret coven of Urgathoa operated in the city, they called their inquisitor for help. I remember him clearly, so young, so proud, a half-elf of rare beauty, thick brown hair and a gaze that burned with the certainty that he was his goddess's favorite weapon. He broke into the hall while I was preparing the ritual. We fought, the coven of Urgathoa against the Pharasma's inquisitor and his 2 companions. Everyone died that evening, except the 2 of us. But no matter how self-confident the young inquisitor was, he could not defeat me. I remember the moment he realized it. I read it on his face when he lost his confidence for the first time, but then he rushed to my daughters, still lying in slumber, and killed both in an instant. Then he turned to me and said, "No way out," and that was that. Were his mocking words a curse or just a guess? I do not know, but they bore the fruit of truth. No way out. My coven died, and my secrets were revealed. I had to flee, to hide from the Pharasmites, in the backwoods, down the rat hole, denying myself my usual luxuries. Without my daughters, I could no longer prolong my life and youth. Year after year, I tried in vain to conceive a child. Year passed after year in desperate attempts, flights, and hardship. My beauty and strength melted away, and I became a miserable, exhausted old woman. Jathel's gift is now my only hope of escape from death. Lindsay, what an ominous story. It can make for a thrilling book, but no, I don't like those types of characters or finales. Boy, she sounds like quite the piece of work. Wouldn't have wanted to grow up in her household. You want Jaethel to kill you and raise you as undead? And in return you offer her the secret of a ritual? I do not think killing me is necessary. Only the pathetic remnants of my former strength support my body. I need only loosen my grip and my end will come swiftly. Yes, in exchange I offer a priceless secret. It can be used in many ways to grant new powers or even a new life. What do you know about Jaethel? Why are you seeking her help? How could I not recognize the one chosen by the goddess? Her power in you shines like the full moon on a black velvet sky. I know that she can do many things, including sharing her gift with others. What are you doing in the Valley of the Dead? I came here sensing the awakening of an ancient and powerful undead creature, hoping perhaps I could somehow scoop up a handful of his incredible power, turn myself undead, and slip away from death. But it seems that I'm too late. Taneka whispers and lowers her head. Yeah, she's talking about Vortikai? Well, we had something to do with that. Sorry about that. Aha, you should have shifted your bones faster, Granny. We've already splattered this incredible power, or whatever you called it, across the whole area. Ragongar grins. Okay, Jaethel, I guess we've made a decision. I'm listening. Despite her detached composure, the undead elf looks at you with tension in her eyes. She lowers her voice to a whisper. We might accept this offer, then change the agreement after I possess the secret of the ritual. Okay, knowledge is knowledge. Agree and receive the secret. Then I will decide if we should use it or not. Taneka looks at you with insane hope in her eyes. Then, with a trembling hand, she pulls a large scroll from somewhere under the rocks and hands it to Jaethel. I almost did not expect. I yearn to know that I have endless years ahead instead of an imminent end. Give me this chance, sister, and be blessed by our goddess. Taneka's eyes slowly fade as her life force leaves her decrepit body. A moment later, the woman falls heavily to the ground, dead. Jaethel looks at the corpse with disgust. Now I propose we leave this carry-on to the ravens. This pathetic, weak, ugly creature was unworthy of Urgathoa, and even more unworthy of her gift of unlife. Unleash an old evil priestess into the world. Why ever not? Yeah, this woman was a monster in life, and she'll be even worse as an undead. It may seem cruel, but in my opinion, we shouldn't revive her. Jaethal, I'm relieved that we can always find a common language, Deo. Let's move on. I'm impatient to study this ritual and hunt down the half-blood. What do we have here? Oh, here's Enio. The false merchant Enio walks toward you with an easy gait. His calm friendliness has disappeared, like a mask fallen from his face. His clothes are decorated with the easily distinguishable symbol of Pharasma. I hope you've settled all your affairs with the poor old exile. It was an interesting show to watch. Oh, do we even need to talk to this dude? Explain yourself, Enio. I don't have much to add beyond what I'm sure you already know. I'm the Inquisitor of Pharasma, and for almost 40 years I've hunted the undead and cultists of Urgathoa for the glory of the Lady of Graves. I destroyed Seneca's coven. I tracked Jaethal into the wasteland and killed her, only to find that her hideous deity returned her to life. To put an end to that, I made use of a company of naive young elves from a camp near the Thorn River. What a stunning frankness. Jaethal smiles lightly, almost affectionately. Did you imagine, Half-Blood, that those youngsters could handle me and the king? Do not be so naive, Inquisitor. I held no hope that the young elves would kill either you or your defender. No, I wanted you, rather, to kill them. And I did all I could to inform their relatives in Kyanin of the horrible violence you perpetrated. Retribution will follow sooner or later. One lonely warrior of Pharasma may fail, but 3 elven clans will find a way to exact their revenge. There's no way out, Jaethal, not for you. So you deliberately sent the elves to their deaths. They weren't undead. What grudge did you hold with them? They were a necessary tool to complete my mission. In my youth, I thought the best decision was a bold, honest battle against apostates and monsters, but I learned much from my struggle against Seneca. There's nothing worse than seeing an abomination rise before you, and being powerless to strike it down. One must use any method available. Ragongar, sharp lad, I like you. Why'd you kill Seneca's daughters? They were necessary for her disgusting ritual, and their death was my only chance to prevent it. Do not forget who I serve. Their honest deaths and their soul's journey to Pharasma's judgment was a far better fate than their mother had prepared for them. Did you track down Jaethal right after her expulsion from Kyanin? Immediately after the trial. I was born in Kyanin and often visited. It is uncommon for high society ladies to perform ritual murders for the glory of the Dark Goddess, so the news quickly reached my native Greengold and soon came to me. When later the elves sentenced her to exile rather than the usual life imprisonment, well, how could I stay away? That's all well and good, but why do you come here now? I wanted to talk to you, King. My hunt for Jaethal is the greatest work of my life. She is the living example of the hideous essence of the cult of Urgathoa, the distortion of the world order, and the triumph of the evil intentions of her vile deity. Even if I die today, this story will end the way I intended, but you can still change your own role in it, Deo. You've been playing games for too long, Zealot. Enio allows himself to smile for the first time. I've heard this so many times, even among the priests of Pharasma. There are many who think my faith is insane and my methods cruel and excessive, but that is the fate of the Inquisitor, loneliness. Amiri, the dead one's scum, of course, but at least she's our scum and she always helps in fights, but I don't like this other guy at all. He lied to us, told us tales, so let him beat it. Wow, we can just throw Jaethal right under the bus. I don't particularly care for too many, I guess. We'll go take the neutral good route here. You're a dangerous fanatic. Innocent people have died because of you. More blood may be spilled unless you are stopped. Everything will proceed as I have planned, with or without me. Well, I guess it'll be without you. Tried to put slow on us. Did it get a Miri? Yeah. We got some back here. Let's do the Dirge of Doom. Let's haste. Let's move Deo up here a bit. And do prayer. Ragangar put him down. Let's see, how about a cacophonous call?
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Make everybody sick.
Bring it!
Now, we can just fireball this area.
Repent!
Wretched things.
This is where I step in.
Tear them apart!
Yeah, just left with Enio here.
Your life ebbs low.
Despicable! Ha!
Serves you right.
Okay, we got him. Story ended with an incredible duel between the Inquisitor of Pharasma and the Inquisitor of Urgathoa. The king had to choose a side in this epic confrontation and came out victorious, as always. Okay. Good deal. So I got a couple of good pieces of advice. from the comments. We can just look down here when we pick up something. Just having to go into our inventory to inspect it. Natural armor +3. Ring of protection +3. I don't think we probably need to use either of those on anybody.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I guess we're done here. So now we have the long trip back home. Might look real quick and make sure there's nothing over here on this part of the map that we haven't visited. Anything we've discovered and haven't been to. I think we've pretty much covered things over here. It's the western side of the map that we have more things to do. I guess it's just travel back home. There weren't any, like, it's not like there were routes headed down here that we can even explore.
My strength betrays me.
So here we go with all the camping. Let's just save our ingredients, do the hearty meal. Might as well use the rations we have.
You would make a good servant. Strong.
Who's she
and
talking to?
angry. Should I reveal the gifts of
Aram.
Ergonoa to you? Her magic is far deadlier than yours.
Won't work, Rotten.
Ragongar,
I
okay.
already prayed to Calistria.
Rotten
You
meat.
think she'd let a handsome boy like me go? Ah, she'll scratch your Orgatoa's face for me.
Rotten meat. That's quite the nickname for Jaethal.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Well, so we didn't even use any rations last time. Amiri must have really done well with the hunt.
Ragongar, why are you always so mean?
Kindness doesn't survive this world for long. I was taught that lesson under the whip for many, many years. If you want to live, strike first. That's it.
Okay, keep going. So I don't know if that's the end of Jaethal's story. Or if we're gonna have more, maybe, issues with the Elven clans. Since Enio kind of set her up to kill those elves.
Face.
They're gonna be coming for her.
Amiri, have you ever tried to count how many enemies you've killed?
Probably has.
A lot. There aren't even such high numbers. If someone wanted to count that high, they'd have to start making up new numbers a long time ago.
Okay, we're almost down out of those mountains. Speed this up a little bit. There we go. Oh, it looks blazing fast after coming through those.
A rest is in order.
You can make it. We'll rest and check in at the table.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Lindsay, looks like we're finally about to see another part of that story about Darvin and Lynxia, but this time a peaceful solution seems an unlikely outcome. Last time wasn't so peaceful. Our esteemed captain has sent us a message. Here, take a look. He writes that he's built a city near your border and invites you to be his guest. Oh, Captain Darvin? This invitation has a foul smell, if you ask me. Lynxia is bound to be there too. I can bet that these two will be at each other's throat even before we show up. Lindsay suddenly realizes something. You won't be offended that I read your letter, right? It's just that the courier brought in an unsealed paper, so I just... Fine, we'll go there as soon as we have time to spare. I guess we should hurry or they'll probably kill each other before we even get there. Reinhardt has been revealed. Everybody wants to talk now. Who's this? Jace. A middle-aged halfling woman in tattered traveling clothes bows before you. Greetings, Your Highness. Thank you for agreeing to see and hear me out. My name is Jace. I'm a priestess of Desna, goddess of travelers and luck, who accompanies us on our journeys. The fame of your lands has called me to your door with a request. Jace folds her arms across her chest. Desna protects those who spend their night out in the open. Please help me and my associates create shelters for such travelers, roadside shrines to the goddess. It will not take much, but the hundreds of travelers who pass through your lands will thank you in their prayers. Where are you from, Jace? From far away, Your Highness. There was once a time that I, like my ancestors, served a noble family in Cheliax, but, praise Desna, I escaped, and was picked up by a caravan of Varisians. Ever since then, fate has led me along many roads in many lands, both bad and glorious ones, and truth be told, I've no wish to recollect my homeland. What good are shrines if we already have pubs and taverns? And what if the seeker has no coin, or the owner refused him entry because he had no means to wash? No, a shrine of Desna is more than just a hotel. It's a place where every tramp is welcome, for the mistress of the shrine makes no distinction between rich and poor. Making a shrine is easy, of course. We'll build an altar, pull out some stumps, clear the area, and we're done. But the unseen presence of Desna will remain, protecting every corner of your lands. None will dare attack anyone sleeping in the shade of such a shrine. Why do you propose this to me? Jace looks at you in surprise, because everyone in these lands knows you are a good king, one who will protect every soul and who will not simply leave the poor and sick to fight their fates alone. Your subjects follow your example and are likewise kind and hospitable. I have no doubt that Desna loves you, and all those who travel in your lands. Fine. Yeah, we'll help. Jace can't help but clap her hands joyfully. I knew it. I knew you would agree. May Desna keep you and your loved ones safe. My companions and I will await your news. When you are ready, we'll begin right away. You'll have shrines in every corner of your state. Every time there's something like that, it really makes me want to do another playthrough of this where it just be as mean as possible and see how that works out. Okay. All right, we'll stop here. Next time we'll start off again, like we did this time, by checking in on stuff here. Thanks for being here and watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.